So if you look out at the world, as we've talked about before, there's probably 120, 130 trillion dollars in assets that are being managed around the world. So that's not even just cash in the world or stock in people's houses. That's investment capital put to work around the world. Probably 30 or 40 trillion of that is controlled or influenced in deep ways by Christians. And if you think about all of the things that financial ecosystem touches, it's basically everything in our lives, right? It's the shoes we wear and the jeans we wear. It's the house that we live in, the equity and debt within that, the securitization of the mortgages that come off of that. It's the office building where we go to work. It's the coffee shop that we drink our coffee from, probably has debt and equity behind it. That capital influences almost everything in our lives. And it has the power to influence those in a positive or a negative way. We've all seen the horror stories, for example, of private equity firms that go in and destroy companies for short-term financial gain, right? They place the experience of their short-term shareholders at the expense of the impact that company can have on people and on the broader community. And there are a variety of ways in which that manifests in investments throughout the world. There's a different model for that, where we can use the capital at our disposal to really influence the world for the values that we think are most deeply connected with truth, right? That's human flourishing. It's the ability for each individual to live a deep and meaningful life of purpose. It's the ability for each individual to see their unique creative talents and how those are connected to a creative God. It's the ability for us to build businesses that serve people in a way that's constructive to their existence, that really encourages them, that gives them hope, whether it's the person at the drive-thru who's saying it's their pleasure to serve you and lifting your day, or it's the contractor who's showing up at your house to fix your air conditioning, who's going to deal with you honestly, who's not going to try and rip you off, and by the way, is going to try and be an encouragement to you while you're there in the midst of a stressful situation. There are all those ways in which you can build companies that are either conducive to human flourishing for the people within them or the people without, or really are destructive to that, right? That introduce falsehoods into the world that cause confusion, that cause stress for people, that lead people down bad paths with relation to their families and their commitment to their families, the balance that they have. We can build companies in those two ways, and those companies touch everything in the world. And the idea of faith-driven investing is that if we marshal the capital at our disposal, not just to get financial return, although that's possible, but to build a world that's aligned with the most fundamental truths of Christian faith, we can make a better world every single day using all the assets at our disposal.